Hello and welcome back or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sara Camps and today we are continuing my in-depth closet tour series. I know I said this last time, but these are so freaking fun for me to film and you guys are loving them. So I really do appreciate all the positive feedback. Today's closet tour is part 3 and it's all about my coats. I have 2 coat closets, one for lighter spring to fall jackets and one for thick, heavy, super warm coats to endure our Canadian winter. A lot of them are thrifted and vintage and I love each and every single one, so let's get to it. Coat number 1 is this long thrifted olive green trench. It's like a super soft material and is lined on the inside. It's not the warmest, but she's cute for the spring and fall time. Super similar. This one is blue, same exact material, but it does have some shoulder pads, which I actually love, and then a tie to go around. This one's one of my favorites. The structure of the sleeve with the shoulder pad and then the back has like a pleat at the bottom and up here at the top. It's just beautiful. It's almost like a dress coat and I just love the color. Clearly green is my favorite color. I thrifted this one as well. It's ruched on the sleeves and it's a 3/4, but I love the shape of it. It's a little bit of a wider, oversized fit, but the metallic green is just... The next trench is this charcoaled gray color with this ruffled trim. I love it. I love the material as well. It also has the belt. This was also a thrifted find from years ago. The pockets are so cute too. This bubblegum pink 80s windbreaker is one of my favorites. I wear this all the time, even with a sweater layered underneath, like into the colder months. It's super long, especially on me, but I love the color. And then I also have this thrifted trench. I definitely got it because it was kind of giving me Burberry vibes, but I love that. Again, an oversized fit. And I just feel like this is a classic. Starting to get into some leather and faux leather jackets. All of my leather jackets are secondhand and vintage. This one is definitely faux leather, but I love the colorway, shape, and cut. It's kind of cropped, but it fits my body perfectly. This is a gray vintage denier jacket. It's so buttery soft. It's kind of like a blazer style, to be honest, and I did pin this little flower on. I really like it with the gray color, like the purple. This is like the only black leather jacket I have at the moment because I kind of destroyed my oversized one. This is just more of a longer, sort of knee-length trench. It's also vintage denier and super soft as well. I'm just realizing I have a ton of denier. This one's also denier that I thrifted. It's kind of more of like a moto style, but the color is so sick. It actually looks really good with what I'm wearing today. Speaking of denier, these are 2 suede vintage denier jackets that I have. This one with the fringe, actually my boyfriend got for me, which is absolutely stunning. And then this one I thrifted on my own. I love the color. It's kind of giving like classy Beverly Hills mom. Then I have this vintage Yamaha motorcyclist. I honestly didn't even know what it was, but I bought it anyway because I wanted an oversized bomber jacket. So I actually do wear this one quite a bit. And then this brand, La Femme, actually sent this jacket over, but I do love it. I love the stars down the sleeve, and then the back has their giant logo. It's just a really fun color. Kind of reminds me of like a racer jacket. All right, next up, this is my 1960s Courage rain jacket. It actually comes with a cap that attaches as well. It buttons up. And let me tell you about this one. So I have been looking for the perfect Courage jacket. I've tried on so many and just never loved the fit. Of course, I prefer a vintage one, but I know they're harder to come by, especially at a decent price point. Until I saw this one. I fell in love with the color first. I don't have anything peach, and peach is like a weird color where people kind of low-key hate it, which sort of makes me love it even more. So I got her online at Studded Petals Vintage, so I was just going based off the measurements and hoping that it would fit. I am 5'1", and this fits like a literal glove, like as if it was tailored and made for my body. It is so perfect. It has a belt that I actually can tie up and have before. I wore it in Paris during Fashion Week last season. It's just, and it's in great condition for a 1960s like Courage. Oh, she's just one of a kind, and I'm so, 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 so grateful to own her. This is a vintage bed jacket. It's a long one, so I do kind of wear it as a coat, especially with a hoodie underneath because it's a 3/4 sleeve. But I love the color. It's kind of sun faded, which I really love as well. You can kind of tell how old it is. I also own a few quilted coats made of blankets, quilts, different things like that. So this is one that I was gifted by a beautiful designer who obviously upcycled it from a quilt. Look at the back. Like the print on this is just so stunning. This one was made out of a patchwork blanket. I had this one actually commissioned for me, so it's supposed to fit to my body dimensions perfectly. It's so fun. And then this one is by Psychic Outlaw. I also had this one made for me and one of my favorite coats to wear in the fall time. It's just the perfect clash of patterns. Next up, I have a few windbreakers. This is a vintage LL Bean windbreaker that I thrifted years ago. I don't wear it much. I actually wear it when I go on runs. This fun 80s windbreaker is from Snafu Studios. It's such a fun color and it reminds me of like an 80s cheerleader. So I really do love this one. Also from Snafu Studios, it is a Fiorucci fruit print rain jacket, actually with a hood, which is so essential. So many coats and jackets don't have hoods these days. So this is a little cutie. I brought it to Paris with me in the summer because it's so thin. So it's perfect for those rainy summer days. Next up, we have denim jackets. This is actually my dad's old Guess jacket. So it's probably 80s era, and it literally has holes in it already, which I love. And I love the wash. I love a good light wash denim. This is a longer denim trench I thrifted. I love like the cargo style with the big pockets and the drawstring. This, I believe, is 50s or 60s. It has a bunch of sports patches all over it. I do love it because of the patches, although I'm not a sports person. So I might sell this one on my website at some point just because I don't reach for it too much. This denim jacket I absolutely love. It's from my friend Danny's brand, Suburban Deviant. The massive happy face on the back matching the little smiley pin I added. And then it's all shredded with like paint splatter. It's just so fun and so me. Onto thicker jackets. This is actually a beautiful vintage silk coat that I thrifted. Definitely a few years ago. It's absolutely stunning in this chocolate brown color, but I also don't wear her enough, so I definitely will be putting this one on my website. I kept this giant handmade poncho with my jackets as well because it's literally made out of such a thick blanket. I just love the color and how oversized and like circular it is. She's super cute and I thrifted her for $5. This looks like a giant kid's sleeping bag, but it's actually a jacket robe basically. Upcycling designer actually sent this to me. It's made out of a Mickey and Minnie comforter. It's truly one of the warmest things I own and feel like a giant kid in it, so I really love it. This is super Y2K. I do need to get some new buttons for her because she's missing a few. Obviously, I thrifted this, but the color is just too perfect. All right, we have another poncho. This one is crochet. I thrifted it. I hope it's crochet and not knit. I'm honestly not 100%, so don't come for me. But I could use it as a Christmas tree skirt or a skirt for myself or really any way I want. It's super thick and I just love the different shades of blue. This coat is just the most beautiful periwinkle color. I also thrifted it. It's also very oversized and cozy. This is one of my favorite vintage coats. The red color is absolutely striking and I just love this collar. It's Pierre Cardin. It's vintage Pierre Cardin, and it's just cut and made so well. It's very heavy as well. This is a long teal wool coat. It's vintage as well. It has a bit of a shoulder pad, and I just think the structure is so nice. I will be listing this one on my website as well. I just wore this coat yesterday. I thrifted this bubblegum pink, like brushed wool. I don't know how to explain it. But it's beautiful. The cut of it is also stunning. This might be one of the only newer coats I have in my collection, and I don't really wear it that much. It's a Stussy jacket, but it's all Sherpa lined, so it is pretty thick. I just don't reach for it. It's just really not my vibe, so I honestly should sell this online. This is one of my more recent vintage coat purchases. I got this when I was in Montreal in November. I just love the trim on the sleeves. The massive buttons are so beautiful. I thrifted this coat at a Value Village when everyone was going crazy for those Penny Lane jackets, but they were just dumb expensive online. So I got super lucky, and I swear I manifested this one. She is literally perfect, suede and faux fur. Another coat purchase while I was in Montreal was this beautiful Jean Margiela hair coat, which, if you know me, I love hairy things, especially garments, shoes, hats. So when I saw this at a local consignment store, I had to try her on, and of course I fell in love. And I mean, she is just literally everything and more. I mean, the movement, look at this. Like, oh. This is my green shaggy jacket that I actually have a matching dress that I keep it with as well. This is by the brand Steen Goya. I'm not sure if that's exactly how you say it, but I will try and find it and link it in the description. This is my 90s groggy rave coat. I found this on Etsy probably a good 4 years ago, and it's long. Oh, I got a lip balm in there, Mario Badescu. That's definitely from last winter. I love the color of this one, and I got it for a pretty good deal. And then one day I'm thrifting at Value Village, and I'm just going down the coat aisle. I think I was in the men's section, and I see this type of fur, and I'm like, hold up. Is that the literal jacket I was wearing my other one while I was thrifting? And I saw this. My size, a short version in a completely different colorway. I snatched that baby up so quick. And now I wear both probably just as much. I recently also thrifted this cutie. I could not believe my eyes when I saw it. It has so much beautiful detail, the lace, the little jewels. I just love the color. It's like quilt lined. So freaking cute. And the last three are secondhand fur. This is a long fur coat. It's from the brand Eaton. I'm sure some of you know from back in the day, but this one is so, so beautiful. I love the color of the fur. And then this one is a more silvery color. It's definitely fluffier with a big collar. I love the collar because it really keeps your neck warm. I believe this is a fox fur. It's a lot softer and longer than the other. Or maybe that one was more of a rabbit fur and this is more of the fox fur. I'm honestly not too sure. Again, I got these both at a vintage store, and the other one was my grandmother's. And there are so many secondhand ones sitting in landfills. I'm thinking I'm gonna bring this one to Paris this year. So that concludes part 3 of my closet series. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you all enjoyed. All of my other social medias are linked in the description box as always. I'll also have my website linked in my description box where you can add your email to get notified when the website actually goes live. I'm shooting everything next week, so I'm hoping to go live by the end of the month. And I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on some of my most prized possessions. Like literally nothing makes me happier than seeing other people enjoy my pieces as much as I enjoy them. So stay tuned for that and let me know what part of my closet series you guys want to see next. See you in the next one.